4 drones on the same field, and not one of them can tell the others what it's doing. No messages, no shared memory, nothing. And it still works. Because when a drone finishes, it dies, and I can count what's left alive. Right, quick catch up on where we are. Since the last episode, I've mostly just let the farm run. Pumpkins on the big plot, ticking over, stacking up resources while I got on with other things. Nothing clever, just letting it earn. And all that grinding has paid for the thing we're doing today, which is more drones. Let's go over to main first and look at what we finished with last time. 2 drones. Have a look at the code and you can see how we split it. Down here is farm_tile. That's the per tile brain, everything that happens on one square. It harvests if there's something ready. Then good for tree checks whether this square's on the checkerboard, and if it is, we plant a tree and stick the tree hat on. If it's not a tree square, we look at the row. Low rows get grass and a straw hat. Higher rows get tilled and planted with carrots. Then fertilizer if we've got any, and water until it's up to 3/4. 1 tile, all of it, decided from wherever the drone stood. Then there's 2 workers. Field_worker flies the whole field and skips row 0. Sunflower_worker owns row 0 and nothing else, and it does 3 passes, plant and water the whole row, then measure every sunflower to find the biggest petal count, then go back along and harvest only the fullest one. That's the 8 times bonus, so it's worth the extra laps. And main just spawns the sunflower drone and then runs field_worker itself. 2 drones. Watch this. There they go, both working at the same time, one on the top row, one on everything else. Now we've unlocked 4, so the question is, how do I split one field between more drones without them treading on each other? Here's what I've gone with. The sunflower drone stays exactly as it is. It owns row 0. It needs to see the whole row to find the biggest one, so it can't be split. That leaves 3 drones for the rest of the field, and that's what this lanes equals 3 is at the top. Look at what field_worker does now. First thing it works out is its lane. World size divided by 3. That's how many columns each drone gets. Then this line. If my X position is past the start of the last lane, my lane runs from where I am to the edge instead. That's the mop up. 22 doesn't divide by 3, so somebody's got to take the leftovers, and the last drone takes them. And the clever bit, nothing's told the drone which lane it's in. It reads get_POs_X. It looks at where it woke up and works out its own job from that. No arguments, no shared variables, just its own position. Then it does its lane. Up each column doing farm_tile, skipping row 0, step east, next column. And when it's finished its block, this bit at the bottom, keep moving east for however many columns are left in the field. Because the field wraps. Going east long enough brings you back to where you started. So the drone lands at the top of its own lane again, ready to go round. No move west anywhere. And main is just the spawner now. Sunflower drone out first, then spawn a field drone right here at X0. Walk east 1 lane's worth, spawn another, walk east again. Then run field_worker itself for the last lane. 4 drones, 4 jobs, nobody talking to anybody. Watch this. The whole field's moving at once now. That's the same code we had, just 4 of them. But right, pumpkins. Now my first thought was give them different jobs. 1 drone plants, 1 waters, 1 picks the dead ones. And that's rubbish, and it's worth saying why. Because it sounds sensible. Everything a pumpkin tile needs is decided from that tile. Is it dead? Is it soil? Does it need water? A watering drone would have to fly the entire field a second time just to do 1/3 of the work on each square. Slower than 1 drone doing all 3 as it goes. And the counting can't be split at all. Drones don't share memory. When you spawn one, it gets a copy of everything. And whatever it works out afterwards is invisible to everyone else. A drone that counts right pumpkins is counting for itself and nobody can read it. Which brings up the thing pumpkins have that main doesn't. The merge. Every tile has to be ripe at the same moment or the mega pumpkin doesn't form. So if the tenders are replanting, while the base drone's counting. The count's a lie by the time the lap ends. So it's lanes again, but with a gate on it. Same shape as before. Tend_tile is the old per tile code, lifted out and not changed. Dead pumpkin, replant. Not soil, till and replant. Then water until it's 3/4. Pumpkin_tender works out its own lane the same way. Offget_pos_x does one pass and then returns. That return is the whole trick. When the function ends, the drone's gone and the slot's free. Then look at what the base drone does. It spawns 3 tenders across the field, wraps back round to 0, and then sits on this. While num_drones is greater than 1, do nothing. It just waits. It's waiting to be the only thing alive on the map. And once it is, nothing can move a tile underneath it. So now it can count honestly. Fly the whole grid. And if any square fails, can _harvest. Set all _ripe to false. One clean lap with the flag still true, and it takes the lot. And it fixes itself. If a pumpkin's died, can _harvest fails, the lap fails, we go round again and the tenders sort it out. Watch this. 3 drones out, then they vanish one by one, then the base drone does its lap on its own, and there it goes, the whole field merges. Now when I ran that the first time, I spotted something annoying. All that lovely parallel work, and then the harvest, the biggest lap of the lot, is one drone crawling round the whole field on its own. Which is daft, so the harvest gets lanes too, and this is where it gets a different number. 2 constants now. 10 lanes is 3, because the base drone has to stay free to hold the gate. Reap lanes is 4, because there's no gate to hold. Everything's already ripe, there's nothing left to go stale. So the base takes a lane itself and does the work, same pattern. Spawn 3 reapers, walk east between each one, then run the reaper function yourself for the last lane, and then this second wait. While num_drones is greater than 1, pass. That one matters as much as the first. Without it, the base drone loops straight back round and starts spawning tenders while reapers are still alive. The spawns quietly fail, and those lanes just don't get tended for a round. No error, no crash, just a bit of your field going wrong. Watch this. 4 of them clearing it now, and it's over in a quarter of the time. Cactus. Now I'm not typing this one out because it's the same code you've just watched me write. Same lane function, same one pass then return worker, same wait, so let it run. That's 4 drones planting the cactus field. But the reason they're waiting is completely different, and that's the interesting bit. Planting splits fine. Till, plant, hat, water, all per tile, exactly like tending. 4 planters, 1 pass each, done. The sort doesn't split at all. It's a bubble sort. Measure this tile, measure the one north, and if they're the wrong way round, swap them. 2 drones doing that on neighbouring tiles at the same instant, and the grid's mangled, and neither of them knows because keep_sorting is a local copy. Nobody's flag is true for anybody else, so the sort is one drone's job forever. That's just what the algorithm is. Some jobs don't parallelize and there's no clever way round it. And harvest is one call at the end that clears the whole sorted field, so there's nothing to split there either. So look at these 3 lines. While num_drones is greater than 1, pass. Identical in both files. In pumpkins, they're there, so nothing changes while it counts. In cactus, they're there, so nothing moves while it sorts. Same 3 lines, 2 completely different reasons. One thing on the base drone in cactus, it works the last lane itself, and the last lane runs to the edge, which wraps it back round to 0-0, which is exactly where the sort needs to start, because those position guards in the sort only mean anything from the origin. Bit of a fluke, but I'll take it. Watch this. 4 planters fill in the field, they drop off one at a time, and then 1 drone sorting the whole lot by height. So that's the session. 4 drones on maining lanes, 4 on pumpkins with a gate on the harvest, 4 more on the reap, and 4 planting cactus, with 1 doing the sort. And the thing I've taken from all of it, I never built a way for the drones to talk. There isn't one. What there is instead is dying. A drone finishes its lane, the function returns, it's gone, and the count drops. Num_drones stops being a status readout and turns into a lock. It's the only signal in the whole system, and it's carried everything we've done today. Right, next session. Polyculture, companion planting. And from what I've read of it, it breaks the one rule everything today has been leaning on. Every single thing we've done works because a tile is a tile. Whatever square the drone stood on, it can work out what to do from right there. No looking around, no asking anybody. That's the only reason lanes work at all. Polyculture kills that. Plant something, and it wants a particular crop as a neighbour in a particular spot on the grid. You ask it with get_companion, and it hands you back something like carrots at 3.5. Get it right, and the yield goes up. So the drone can't just look down anymore. It has to know what's going on somewhere else on the field. And these 4 lovely independent lanes, I've just spent a whole session building. They've suddenly got a problem. See you next time.